Okay, so this is gonna be awkward. All right, so Nintendo Direct in 25 minutes. I started a little bit early. I don't know what I'm gonna do at the moment. Maybe I'll play a game for a little while. I'm not sure, but it's not that much time either. Um, in any case, I'm gonna go and talk a little bit about what I expect from this direct and what I predict from this direct because I think it's a good idea to kind of separate these two things. So for predictions, that's like kind of what I have speculated and come to the conclusion of that I think is likely to happen. And expectations are a little bit different because oftentimes my predictions are wrong. So I often expect to have some predictions wrong, but I don't know. We'll see how this thing goes. Uh, I expect the final Smash Fire tonight. I fully expect that. I'd be shocked if we don't get that tonight. So that's one thing I'm gonna go into right now. I'd be shocked if we don't get the last fire tonight. I think they're gonna start with it, but it could be like right in the middle of the presentation. It's hard to say. My best guess is they're gonna start with Smash Bros. Because they've been doing that for a while now. The last we did for September Direct, they did it right in the middle. But it's hard to say that would have ever happened. It hasn't always happened to begin with. Like that one was Terry Bogard. It kind of made sense to have him right in the middle because he's not that big of a deal, but compared to other characters. Bioth was a one-off. If we were getting like a one-off presentation, that'd be one thing. Like Steve was, they didn't have a one-off presentation for Steve. They actually had a reveal and then the presentation afterwards. So it's still a regular reveal. So it's not like it was a presentation reveal. If it's a presentation reveal, that's lower your expectations, basically, what I'm saying. Um, I still cannot. I'll start. I'll start with Smash first. So I expect the final Fire Night. I'm going to keep my current predictions. Because okay, here's what I said back in what I said back. Overall, I think I'll start and kind of go over what I've been speculating for some time now. So for Volume One, it was mostly they were mostly kind of non-standard. Volume One, except for Banjo, who I knew about Banjo in advance, but with Volume One, they were mostly pretty unpredictable. The only one that was really predictable was uh, Violet, and even then, I thought that we'd get Violet till Volume Two. I was thinking, well, under let's say before you announce more fires, I think get Violet. When you announce more fires, I'm like, okay, we don't have the three houses thing yet. We'll probably get Violet after the current pass. That was my speculation. I thought we'd get Violet after the current pass. We ended up getting Violet in the current pass instead. So I was still right on that one. It's just sooner than I expected. I also had been predicting that in later we would get more first party characters than third party characters, and we'd eventually get another Namco character as well because they were way past due. And I never stopped predicting a Namco character, but I thought that due to what Sakurai had said before, that Tekken might be out of the question, so we get Tails instead. And we did get Tekken. It was just Kazuya and not Heihachi. And if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for the fact that we got Heihachi, I probably would have still been on board with, okay, maybe we could still see Tekken. Because Tekken's a pretty big franchise, and it makes sense to get it. But, so a lot of these things, I was in the right direction, but I wasn't quite exactly right. Because the same thing happened with my first five predictions. My first five predictions in general were just, I think we'll get a fan favorite battle character. I think we'll get some Marin characters like an Arms character and Simply Chronicles 2. Violet, who happened before Volume 2 happened, so that would have happened sooner. And there's a couple of other ones like I was thinking maybe Dixie Kong, maybe Waluigi. When they eventually decided that the Volume 2 was going to be an entire new pass, I kind of ruled out Waluigi entirely. I still have ruled out Waluigi because I just don't think that. That's right. It wasn't just the pass. It's the fact that each pack has a full set of has a stage, has a whole kind of pack of music tracks as well. So that doesn't work with in the case of Waluigi. For for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Three Houses, and for Final Fantasy 7, it kind of works. Final Fantasy 7 was a weird one though because in case of Final Fantasy 7, we already had a stage, but we didn't have any. We basically didn't have any music at all. We had two music tracks and no spirits. So that was one where they had a lot of gaps to fill in. Any first party characters that they can add, don't really have that many gaps. Um, so I mean, if it's a unrep franchise, that is where you get a lot more to expand with. Or if there's a franchise where the game's universe is all separate, which is why Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Fire Emblem worked. So those ones kind of work in that situation, but not really like a Dixie Kong, for example. So while I still think Dixie has a slim chance, I don't think it's gonna be her. Um, and again, so again, back to Arms and back to Xenoblade Chronicles. So of course the obvious ones there were Springman and Rex and Pyro, and those ones I was predicting. But at the same time, I did have open the possibility that we might see someone else. Like I know I've commented on I think it was the Assist Alliance board before I left the Assist Alliance Discord. On the Assist Alliance Discord, I remember a while back saying, you know, maybe we might get like Min Min or Twintail instead of Springman. I did bring that up, and I also speculated like one time on the Rex and Pyra. I'm like, you know, maybe it would actually work better for Pyra and Mythra to be alone instead of with Rex. And people shot that down because like, oh, they can't work separately. I'm like, okay, if they can't work separately, then I guess it won't work. And well, that ended up being right. So it's not like I have been completely wrong. I've been kind of on the money during this one, just slightly off in each time. And my current speculation is that the final fighter is going to be a first party because there's not a lot of good options left elsewhere. I would think that if there was any big third parties, they've already been announced. They would either have been at E3 or have been done earlier, like in place of Pyra and Mythra. They'd be done there, and Pyra and Mythra be here. Especially if the rumor that we're gonna get Xenoblade Chronicles 3 tonight is true. Because if that happens, then why would you not save them for this if you're gonna have? Because people want in a big bang. It's not. It doesn't make any business sense, and you need to think about this from a business perspective. From a business perspective, they want to sell the pass as soon as possible, and so it's not like it's like they end on a low note. It's just they don't end on a high note. So if they've got like a fairly very popular character who's not really that big overall, they could end on that character because that the character won't actually sell to the general public because anyone who wants the character probably has already bought the pass anyway. So that's why I still lean back on Isaac. Because Golden Sun has a lot of stuff they can add. They don't really add any new music at all. He was also done really well in the ballot. So I just want to bring that up again because I think it's actually more likely that it might happen than people think. But of course, you have to keep your expectations in mind because I don't want to expect it to happen because he's my most wanted. So I don't want to expect it's gonna happen and then he doesn't. So I'm not expecting it to happen, but I just think it's likely, way more likely than people think. If you want to think about third party characters, going for a small third party is not as a good option as just picking a first party character who already has a lot of popularity. It just doesn't make any sense. And if you have a really big third party character, why weren't they already announced by now? So that's the other issue. Now, like if you want to end on a bang, you have to end on like Master Chief, Crash Bandicoot, mostly Western characters. And again, why wouldn't they have been announced at E3? If you have Kazuya at E3, it doesn't make any sense to end on Master Chief. Like that's another add factor too. I mean, Tekken's not small or anything, but still. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I kind of think we're gonna start with the Smash reveal, and I'm gonna be nervous the whole time because I'm hoping I'm right, and if I'm wrong, it's okay, it's fine, it's not a big deal. I've already kind of acquiesced to that possibility, and so I mean it's all just speculation, predictions. Okay, because move on from Smash now. Because to be honest, unless we get Isaac, I don't care about the Smash reveal that much. I more care about the new games coming. That's what I care about the most. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So I have my chat box up, so I can actually read chat messages coming through easier. I switched recently. I switched from using just standard OBS to Streamlabs OBS, and I don't have an interface here to easily see my chats. So yeah, okay, all right. Anyway, if the final Tales of Rise changed a lot. I mean, it did change some things, but overall, it didn't seem Tales of Rise didn't seem as different as I was expecting it to. Like, I was thinking it'd be a huge upgrade to the series, but it seems like it's just another game in the series. There are a number of things, so like the way the movesets work. Oh, Tales of Rise came by. Well, I did tweak my settings because, yeah, because at some point while I was playing Tales of Rise, it started to get really acted up, and I switched over to Streamlabs OBS. I switched to Streamlabs OBS because I needed to. It just wasn't maintaining a consistent. It wasn't maintaining a consistent frame. I kept dropping frames all left and right. I don't know why. Maybe it's my computer or something. I don't know, but I switched to a different. I switched to Streamlabs. I switched to have it so that if it starts to get a point where it needs to drop frames, it drops its uh, bits instead. And I hope it seems like it's a lot better to me, but I don't know. I mean, I haven't really seen many people watching it because I believe during Cythlodia, yeah, during the Cythlodia area, it was really acting up, and I haven't started gotten to editing since then, and I wonder if maybe it's not looking great, but I haven't seen yet because I haven't gotten beyond Cythlodia yet in my highlights. Yeah, my situation, I could just doing going and creating highlights for it. I noticed that there's a lot of a lag in it, and it was just messing me up. And so that's why after that I switched over to Streamlabs so I could have a more dynamic bit rate. Anyway, yeah, back to direct. We have 13 minutes left. Like I said before, if we don't get Isaac as a Smash Fighter, it's fine. If maybe I'll still get someone I like. If not, I'll still play the character when they release on stream. We'll play the character on stream, and I'll move on because I'm more interested in seeing what new games can come out. Even if there's nothing I really want, I just want to see what I just want to see new games. And there's been some leaks that kind of imply that at least two games are going to be showing up here, which I'm sure a lot of people will be happy about. I'm not gonna say them just well. There's no way I'm streaming anyway. So Kirby is supposed to be happening, and also Bayonetta 3. Those are two things we've heard about that should be happening. This one, Bayonetta 3 was it was announced years ago, and it's been long overdue. I've been thinking it could show up anytime, and supposedly it's been updated to be 2022 now, which means that it's probably going to show up here. The other one is Kirby, which we knew there was going to be a Kirby game at some point. We just didn't know when. And well, it seems like it's going to be here because we have a name and everything. Beyond that, I think we will get more games for next year. It's just they're going to be they're not going to have any windows for them. They're going to be like the special surprises because there's usually always some special surprises. So we'll see a couple of surprise 22 games at one maybe two. That could be where Xenoblade Chronicles 3 comes to play. Where the finale of the direct is, it's gonna be a new game for 2022 for sure. It's a matter of what it is. I think there's a not unlikely chance it's gonna be. I think there's actually a likely chance it could be Donkey Kong. We've been waiting a long time for that one as well. And the recent rumor has been Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Like right before E3, people were talking about Donkey Kong a lot, saying that they heard it was coming. And now, by people I mean insiders. And now we haven't heard much from them about. And yet now supposedly Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is going to come in and take over and like I don't know. I don't know about that. And the other thing too is how can you argue that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a bigger reveal than Kirby? I just don't see that logic, to be honest. Because when they did this in 2019 and they had Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, they didn't announce anything else for 2020 at that point in time. So it made sense to be the final reveal because it was the only thing that new they announced. So I personally don't think that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 would be the big final reveal. I think there's a really good chance it might be Donkey Kong, but we'll see if that's the case or not. That is my opinion because we are long overdue to get Donkey Kong. We're gonna have to get it before next year because the uh, they're not going to release that park in Japan for the Donkey Kong expansion without a new game coming first. And it's 20th anniversary, it's 40th anniversary for Donkey Kong. It's the 40th anniversary, so they might want to tie it in before the end of the year. But because Donkey Kong doesn't have a set release date by Nintendo standards, they could just do it anytime in 2021 and still count it as the 40th anniversary. So in fact, they did that for Zelda and Mario both as well. So it's not like they haven't already done that. So in theory, I think there's a good chance we get Donkey Kong, but we don't really know for sure. Otherwise, we're going to mostly get a lot of updates on existing games. Not too much new stuff, a handful here and there, but we're going to see new information on Dread, new information on we're going to see new information on Dread, new information on Advance Wars. Probably won't see Pokemon. We might see. I think most 2022 stuff's already announced. We won't see here, but we might see stuff that's coming early 2022. Things like if Mario plus Rabbids coming in, we might see that. If they want to do Pokemon Arceus here, they might do it here. Hard to say though. Hard to say. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of stuff that's already existing for 2022 show up again here unless it's early 2022. Like, I don't think we'll see Splatoon 3 yet. I think that'll wait until spring. Mario Plus Rabbids, I think we will see here again. There's still new information you can drop for it. So I think we will see here again because I think it's going to be early 2022. I don't know what. Oh yeah, there's been a few other rumors too. Like there's a new Resident Evil rumor. There's also a new Metroid Prime rumor. I actually haven't really heard what's before. So supposedly there's be a new Metroid Prime. It's Metroid Prime, not the Prime trilogy, and I think that will come next year personally. And I think it's actually gonna be full. I think it's actually a full remake. Like Emily Rogers says that she doesn't know if it's a remake or not, but I'm pretty sure it's a remake. That's why I've heard if that's a remake. So yeah, but I don't think we'll see that until they show a new trailer for Metroid Prime 4. I don't think we'll see that until um I don't think we'll see that until TGA at the earliest. Is my guess. I think it's really possible we could see Metroid Prime 4 at TGA. That's another thing too, though. No, they won't. We won't see anything Metroid this today other than Metroid Dread because they want to focus on Metroid Dread. So that's for sure. We won't see anything Metroid related today except Metroid Dread. Other than that one leak in Temple this morning. There's no other leaks right now. I have no idea what to expect here. I just have a few predictions, and that's based on it. Like even if here's the thing too. Even if we do get the fighter I'm thinking of, which is Isaac, I don't think we'll get a new game announced yet because it's just too early at this point in time. I do think that I haven't heard about the interview. There's supposed to be an interview from Camelot, but I have not heard what's going on yet with it. But the interview was supposedly supposed to come out, and what happened before was when they had an interview for Mario Tennis Aces, they actually had stated that they finished development at the end of the previous year, and I'm pretty sure that this Mario Golf game has been done for over a year. I think they've already long since moved on to the next project, and Nintendo's one doing the DLC because they made it pretty clear in their interview that they moved on at the end of 2017. So what they've been working on then, I have no idea. But I think that they were working on something else, and then they on 3DS thing. I think they were working on a game for 3DS. That all 3DS games got canceled, so they had to move on to go first on Switch before they go on something else. But the Switch is going on for so long. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a Golden Sun game before the end of the Switch lifespan because Camelot is gonna release another game on the Switch. and they've already done golf, they've already done tennis. So there's not much of a choice up next to do next. Speaking of which, there's one more thing too that we can go into because there's the console rumors, more specifically Nintendo Switch Online console rumors. The answer rumors are that N64 is almost guaranteed to be here because they've got the new controller coming out. That's already been leaked. It's coming out. It's the filing is from the end of this week, so it'll be public at the end of this week. So Nintendo has announced it here, and we might get GB as well, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color, and supposedly according to Emily Rogers, there's one more that's coming too, which I'm it's more like a Game Boy Advance, so that's something to look forward to too. You might see. I think we'll at least get Game Boy and Game Boy Color, and we'll get an N64. Those are my current expectations, but yeah. Just please start with the Smash trailer. I don't care if I'm wrong. I just want to know who it is so we can get out of the way because I'm tired of speculating about Smash. Okay. Smash first. Loud. Okay, I don't know what this is, but it's not Golden Sun for sure. This Monster Hunter? Oh no, wait. This is not. Sorry, this is not Smash. They didn't start Smash. What is this? Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Okay, this are DLC for. Scared me to say there because I'm like that's not go. That's not Okay, so that's just DLC for Monster Hunter. Okay. Monster Hunter, yeah. So it's just DLC for Monster Hunter Rise.
Hello everyone, I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. What you just saw was the first trailer for Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak, the massive expansion for Monster Hunter Rise. Our friends at Capcom are working on many new elements that will enhance the experience for players of Monster Hunter Rise, including new stories, locales, monsters, and, although not touched on in the trailer, new hunting actions and quest rank.
So unless they end on Smash, then
Hunter Rise,
whatever
Sunbreak,
Smash Fight is not gonna be that big a deal. I think they'll drop right in the middle, basically.
DLC in summer
Unless it's right next to
2022.
one.
Please stay tuned for more information in the future.
Summer's wait. That's a long way.
Let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Yeah. Okay. So they're doing headlines right now.
Party during the day.
Yeah. Super Mario Party Superstars. Okay.
It's almost time to party in the Mario Party Superstars game. Along with Spaceland and Peach's birthday cake, several other boards make their return. Take a stroll around Woody Woods. but
Woody
watch out
Woods?
for those Monty moles. They'll change the board's direction when you least expect it. Travel between two islands and Yoshi's tropical island. Toadette's got the star, but she might swap places with Bowser at the last second. Party day and night in Horrorland. That King Boo statue is harmless during the day, but at night, it'll swipe stars from unsuspecting players. Need a break from boards? Head to Mount Minigames and play in minigame-only courses. Compete against players worldwide for the longest win streak in survival, or work together in the cooperative multiplayer tag match. Mount Minigames will have 7 courses
Horrorland.
available. All boards and minigames support online play. So invite family, friends, and frenemies, and get ready for the party of a lifetime. Mario Party Superstars launches on the Nintendo Switch system October 29th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. A new RPG is in the cards.
Wait a minute. Cards.
Welcome to Voice of Cards.
No. Never mind. I thought it might have been like Fate and Chaos related.
At the Queen's behest, you'll set off on a fantastical journey to slay.
I don't think this is an
dragon
Idea
for
Factory. The
honor
Idea Factory thing is
and
something else.
Everything in this realm is represented as cards, from the protagonists to shops, towns, and environments. In this fresh take on tabletop RPGs, you'll square off in turn-based card battles where your
Yeah, they're RPGs,
skills
okay.
and a little bit of luck will determine the victor. A spellbinding experience from the creative minds of Yoko Taro and Yosuke Saito is about to unfold.
Yokotaro? Okay. I've heard of Yokotaro.
Voice of Cards.
Yeah, Isle of
Dragon
Dragon.
Roars
Yeah, I'll
launches on Nintendo Switch October 28th. Pre-orders and a free demo will be available today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
Become a hero or an absolute disaster of a human being. You awaken in a hotel room in the city of Revachol.
These headlines are kind of boring.
Soon, you learn that you're a detective and get
Wait, this is the
into
Disco
a murder
Elysium?
case in the groundbreaking role-playing adventure Disco Elysium: The Final Cut. As you interrogate people,
I've never seen Disco Elysium, but I didn't know it looked like this.
dialogues will begin.
I thought
To
dancers, I
investigate,
guess.
you'll need the help of the 24 skills living within you. Your behaviors and available choices will change depending on how you develop these skills, directly impacting how the story progresses. What sort of detective will you become? Disco Elysium: The Final Cut launches digitally on Nintendo Switch October 12th. The physical version of the game will launch early 2022. Pre-orders for the digital version begin today on Nintendo eShop. Uncover more stories in Hyrule.
Yes, I want to see this.
of Calamity.
Okay. I forgot to mention this before, but I want to see what this is. It's... Wait, that's the temple. So what's this gonna be? Wait, is this? No, it's Harbinger. It's Harbinger, right?
And about that courageous friend of yours, it seems I owe him as well. Yeah.
The King of Hyrule must not fall!
You know, you're pretty good for a little kid.
We'd better partner up on this, don't you think?
Wait, are they gonna be playable?
They won't harm.
Okay, it looks like he might be playable too. It's hard to see what's actually going on here. I mean, there's definitely a story here for sure. Okay, are you gonna say who the characters are?
Behold our power!
Yes! Oh, Bob and Pyrrha! Oh, are they together?
Time for the show! Oh yeah!
Yeah, they are together. Okay, that's interesting. Battle of Fargo Village, Battle of Gopanga Village, and more. Coliseum.
Ready, set, Chocobo!
Cho- Chocobo.
Start your engines and get set for a new
Chocobo
race.
DP? Oh, man.
Races familiar Final Fantasy characters like Chocobo.
Well, people are gonna be happy that they finally had Robin and Pyrrha's playable, but it looks like they're together for some reason. That's different. That's what I'm expecting.
Competition by using drift boost to cut corners.
I think it's gonna be. It looks like it's Robbie's the main playable character, and Pyrrha's behind him.
Are contained inside items. Collect these throughout courses to cast magic like fire and arrow to blast away opponents.
But yeah, it's just gonna be the characters already in the game, so it's gonna be Soga, Astor, and
Powerful spells.
them basically pretty much.
Each racer also has a special ability. Use it at the right time to turn the tables. Engine customization options will be available, as well as local and online.
Quick, we're
multiplayer.
racing. Oh man. Is that Ramu?
Up to 64 players can compete in a bracket-style tournament.
I think that's White Mage at the
Racing
top middle.
champion.
Black Mage is here too.
Chocobo GP races exclusively onto Nintendo Switch next year.
What did you think? Before we show you our next video, we have some news about the last fighter for the
snap.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. Mr. Sakurai, the game's director, will reveal this fighter in the final Mr. Sakurai Presents video on October 5th. He'll also show you how to use this fighter.
So they're reviewing the fire separately. Oh boy.
It's been about 3 years since the game was released. This will be the last presentation about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be a huge character.
Next, please take a look at this.
Okay, so the fire's in here. Oh, that's Kirby. This is Kirby. Yeah, I knew they were getting on Kirby. So this is the Kirby 3D game. Hi, Kirby. Wow, an actual 3D Kirby game. Well, that's not the name that was leaked, but dang. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Kirby of the Wild! Like, why is Kirby a post-apocalyptic world here? Oh look, there's little chickens following Kirby too. That looks like it's a fast draw method. Waldies! Kirby and Forgotten Land. I think I'm flying. Yeah, that makes sense because you can't have free flight everywhere. Spring. Yep. We already knew this, but that's not the say right name. But that yeah, there we go. Kirby 3D.
That was the trailer for Kirby and the Forgotten.
That was a third of the way through too. I don't want to hope, but
you can freely move around and
maybe we'll end on Donkey Kong.
familiar Kirby moves.
I don't think they'll end on Bayonetta 3, and I don't think they'll end on Super Chronicles 3. Now with Kirby right here.
Setting also appears to be mysterious, filled with abandoned structures from a past civilization. What lies in store for Kirby? The game is scheduled to release in spring 2022. We hope you'll look forward to Kirby's new adventure. Next, we have this to show you. Please take a look.
Animal Crossing update.
Since its launch in 2020, the Animal Crossing New Horizons game has been enjoyed by many players around the world. New free content will arrive in November. In preparation for its release, we will be airing an Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct in October. In it, we'll go over the content in more detail. Please be on the lookout for the air date of this presentation. Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Yeah, cool. Headlines. All right. Yeah, I think Bayonetta 3 is going to be the next big one.
2 games, 1 game update.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Is this going to be... Nope,
More
Super
free
Rush.
content is coming to the Mario Golf Super Rush game. Koopa Troopa enters the fairway
Koopa
as a
Troopa?
playable
Okay.
character. Dish out tricky shots and dashes to mess.
So what could they have a new
with
stage here?
Ninja will also be
Ninja, that's new. Huh.
take advantage of Ninja's blinding
New Donk
speed
City,
to
yeah.
outpace opponents. 2 courses are also being added.
2 courses. But they're
These
so
initiatives
generic.
come swinging in as a free software
they're so
update
generic.
today.
Well, if they had 2 courses and up more up on that.
What's
Wait.
this? An
Oh.
invitation. You're invited to
Oh.
live in a magical world with Mickey Mouse and dozens of Disney characters. Spend time with Disney friends, craft your own whimsical costumes and furniture, and explore delightful Disney-themed worlds. All downloadable content from the original Nintendo 3DS version is included. Disney Magical World 2 Enchanted Edition soars onto Nintendo Switch this holiday. A beloved Star Wars game is coming to Nintendo Switch. Blast off to captivating planets and join forces
So the
with
final
Jedi,
presentation is 40 minutes
droids,
long.
and outcasts in this blend of action, role-playing, and adventure. Will you use the Force for good?
Wait, is this
or
Coder?
will you be lured to the dark side? Your choices determine the galaxy's fate in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, launching on Nintendo Switch November 11th. Pre-orders begin today.
These are new courses,
Nintendo
Paul.
eShop.
I mean, they said new courses. They showed 2 courses. I'm like, well, are these the 2 courses based on the
There's one
existing
thing you
ones?
must always remember.
But I guess they're not. So they didn't show new courses then, huh?
This is the city, humanity's last stronghold against a virus that turns people into the undead. In the cloud version of
Dying Light 2.
Stay Human, you'll need to master both parkour and tactical combat to survive in this brutal open-world action RPG. Explore alone, or with up to 3 other players in online co-op as you unravel the dark secrets of those in power during the day. Then plunder the layers of the infected at night. Your decisions will shape the story, but they'll also have consequences. No matter where your actions lead you, there's one thing you must always remember: stay human. While you're at it, take the prequel on the go in Dying Light Platinum Edition. Scavenge for supplies, craft weapons, and face hordes of the infected in a post-apocalyptic open world. Dying Light 2 Stay Human Cloud version launches on Nintendo Switch February 4th, 2022. A free demo will also launch the same day on Nintendo eShop. Dying Light Platinum Edition comes to Nintendo Switch October 19th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. Utility.
Okay, yeah,
morality,
it's
or liberty.
Final Strategy again.
In Triangle Strategy, a fiery chronicle.
They have dropped the project on it again, like a Octopath Traveler.
My apologies. Your actions will lead you through a riveting story that changes based on the decisions you make. In the end, where will your conviction guide you?
You have gone to the one place I cannot follow.
In response to the survey about the demo released in February of this year, the game has been fine-tuned with a focus on elements that received lots of feedback. These include adjustments to the difficulty, improvements to on-screen visuals, camera angle controls, the ability to review previous dialogue, and streamlined game flow and loading times. More details are now available on Nintendo.com.
Splendid.
Triangle Strategy will launch on Nintendo Switch March 4th.
March 4th.
2022.
Okay. That's the March title
Begin
then.
Today on Nintendo.
It's around the time when Brave Default 2 released as well. Red? Yeah. We're halfway through now. We've already seen a lot of Dread though, and people.
Power, your highest priority, it should be simply to survive.
This is Dread. Look at there's so much new here though. I think it's just a recap. Just a reminder that the game's coming soon.
There may be a very small opportunity to escape. Don't let your guard down.
I guess. Oh, great. Like the only big thing would be like if they showed a new boss like Ridley or something, because we've already seen Kree, we've already seen the yeah, we've already seen the Chosen Warrior.
Samus Aran, the most powerful bounty hunter in the galaxy, embarks on a new mission to the
I think it. Oh man.
CDR. Her objective:
I think it'd do like a 5-minute thing on this one.
whether the deadly X-parasite still exists, and figure out why the Emmy research robots in search of it have mysteriously gone dark.
Well, that's annoying.
Early readings reveal that planet ZDR is divided into multiple environments, each with its own elements and organisms.
I think that's what the overview trailer.
Remnants
What was the overview trailer, like 5 minutes long?
civilization are also
Hopefully it's
scattered
summarized.
about, including evidence that the Chozo may have once called the planet their home. Visit Metroid.Nintendo.com to read Metroid Dread Report Volume 8 for a detailed account of the terrain and life forms you may encounter in the Metroid Dread game. Be sure to view the other
Okay, so
Metroid Dread
they're
reports
they're,
there
they're,
as
uh,
well.
they're closing.
You'll
Okay,
want
yeah.
to prepare
I did the whole thing.
for the dangers that lie ahead.
Metroid Dread
October.
launches on Nintendo Switch October 8th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
How was that? Up next, we have news about Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh yes.
Many people have been using Nintendo Switch Online since it launched in September 2018. In addition to the current membership, we'll be adding a new membership plan.
Yeah, I thought so.
As a part of this new plan,
How much is it gonna be though? Yep. Nintendo 64. We knew about this coming, but
you'll be able to play a collection of Nintendo 64 games. The Nintendo 64 system launched 25 years ago.
wait, was
The
that?
system gave many players their first 3D gaming experience.
Wait! Oh, there's rare stuff in here.
4-player multiplayer action. With Nintendo Switch, up to 4 people can play select Nintendo 64 games locally or online.
I think no, that was an punishment.
Also, with this new membership plan, in addition to the Nintendo 64 games,
That was an punishment. Yeah. Wait, what?
you can play a
Sega?
collection of games from Sega's Genesis system.
I was not expecting that at all.
This means you'll be able to play these classic games whenever and wherever you'd like. The new plan will include all elements of the base Nintendo Switch Online membership.
No Game Boy
The
though.
ability to play the included Nintendo 64 and Genesis
Genesis.
games.
Yeah.
This is Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack. This new membership plan will be added in late October.
October. Okay.
Of course, you'll still be able to continue using the existing plans. Also, those who have an existing membership plan can change over to the new plan. We'll share more details about this new membership plan at a later time, including the exact release date and pricing information. For now, however, we'd like to announce the games that will be available when it launches.
Yeah, punishment. Okay, so that win back. I thought the win back might have been something else. Star,
As well as these
Streets
Genesis
of Rage,
games.
Gunstar Heroes, Golden Axe.
We'll also continue adding more Nintendo 64 games such as The Legend of Zelda Majora's
George,
Mask
yeah,
and F-Zero X,
yeah, sure.
as well as other Nintendo 64 and Genesis games.
Mario Golf, F-Zero, Kirby, Paper Mario. Paper Mario would be nice. Banjo-Kazooie!
Furthermore, we've shared Nintendo 64 and Genesis controllers to ensure the games can be played
Well, we finally got Banjo-Kazooie!
from their original releases. Both can be used wirelessly. These controllers will be
Wow.
available for
So
purchase
they're releasing both of
Nintendo
them.
Switch Online member. We hope you'll look forward to this new membership plan.
Okay, we finally got Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, I thought I saw Red Kids 4, but that was Sin Punishment. But we got Banjo-Kazooie
A
anyway.
few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
A few more.
There's plenty to play in these collections.
So I think we're gonna do another story brief, like the headline. Then the last few things are gonna be several big
Cyberpunk meets fantasy in
reveals.
this 3-game collection of cult classic RPGs. As a Shadowrunner mercenary, you'll explore a dystopian future where magic has reawakened and fantasy creatures have come back to life. Immersive branching narratives, skill-based character growth, and gripping turn-based tactical combat await in Shadowrun Trilogy, launching on Nintendo Switch next year. The perpetual struggle against Count Dracula continues.
Castlevania Advanced Collection. Yeah, so this is leaked
Get
too.
4 classic Castlevania games with deathly beautiful graphics and hauntingly epic music. The rewind, quick save, and button mapping features will also ramp up your fight against evil. All regional versions of each game, as well as a gallery mode with never-before-seen artwork, are included. Castlevania Advance Collection launches on Nintendo Switch later today. An almighty classic returns.
Wait, is this?
The classic Super NES game ActRaiser returns
ActRaiser,
on
yeah.
Nintendo Switch, now remastered in HD. As the Lord of Light, an
A remake of that? Oh!
Save mankind from the
I know of ActRaiser. I've heard it, but I never actually. I know I actually played it before too. I played the ActRaiser a little bit, but I don't know much about it.
Strike down monsters in the side-scrolling
That's
action to liberate
unexpected.
the lands from the grasp of evil. Master swordsmanship and magic to vanquish all who stand in your path. Then cultivate the lands you've liberated in the world-building creation phase.
That's the
It's
pure
up to
one.
you to decide which structures will be destroyed to make way for new ones, creating a flourishing civilization. As you do so, your powers will increase, giving you an edge in both phases. Alternate between the original and rearranged versions of the beloved soundtrack and enjoy brand new music. New stages and new boss battles also await. ActRaiser Renaissance descends onto Nintendo Switch later today.
We could get
A new
Oh,
chapter
yeah,
is
Zelda
about
2.
to unfold.
yeah. This is a goofy game. Yep, that's the. Wait, this is the. These are highlights. This is a highlight reel. Look, we're highlight reel, isn't it? It's only 3 minutes in. I'm guessing they're gonna show off Bayonetta 3 after the highlight reel. I'm sorry. I'm playing Donkey Kong here. I am. I'm sorry. I'm playing Donkey Kong here because this is going the similar way to what happened at E3, where there's so much time left over.
How's everything? There are still a few more announcements in today's Nintendo Direct.
Koizumi-san,
Oh, Miyamoto-san. What
Miyamoto.
brings you in?
I wanted to make an announcement, so I was hoping I could step in.
Wait a minute.
Oh, of
Is this gonna be the Donkey Kong Park?
Hi everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. We've previously announced that I have been working with the Hollywood movie studio Illumination.
Oh no, it's the
its
Mario
CEO
movie.
And producer Chris Meledandri-san, who are known for movies like Despicable Me and Sing, in making a full-length animated.
I think you actually the Mario trailer here.
Today, I wanted to announce its theatrical release timing. Ta-da!
Holiday 2022.
The movie will be released in theaters in holiday 2022. The release date for North America is on December 21st, and we'll be announcing release dates for Japan, Europe, and other regions at a later timing. It'll be a while longer until we can share a glimpse of Mario in
Okay.
action on
Thankfully, they're not gonna show the trailer here.
I also
I'm
wanted
like,
to reveal our key cast members who will be voicing Mario and his friends in the movie.
Chris
First,
Pratt is
is
Mario.
who will
What?
be played by Chris Pratt. He's so cool. Mario will be talking a lot in the movie. Please look forward to Mario as performed by the very talented Chris-san. Next, Princess Peach will be played by Anya Taylor-Joy. I can't wait to see a very spirited Princess Peach. Mario's little brother, Luigi, will be played by Charlie Day. I'm excited for you to see this timid sibling appear on screen.
Okay, this is weird.
Bowser
Fire-
will be played
Fire
by
Block is
White and
Bowser.
Jack Black.
Oh man.
Expecting a monster performance by Jack's son. The comedian Keegan-Michael Key will be playing Toad. I'm looking forward to great...
My friends are mocking this.
Even though this is a Mario movie,
Donkey Kong!
making it
Donkey Kong's in the movie!
will be played by Seth Rogen.
Oh boy.
I'm eager for you to see a humorous Donkey Kong by Seth's son. And of course, Charles Martinet, who has voiced Mario and many more Nintendo characters in our games over the years, is
Oh boy.
involved and will be appearing in surprise cameos in the movie.
Okay. I don't really know how I
We
feel
also
about.
have more incredible
What?
talent joining the film to play some of our other beloved.
Frankie is gonna be here?
That is all I can share with you today about the Mario movie. This is a very collaborative project between
What kind of movie is this?
We've all been coming up with all sorts of ideas, and I myself am enjoying a creative process that is a little bit different from making games. It may be a while until we can share more updates, but I hope you'll look forward to it.
Okay.
Koizumi-san, back to you.
Oh man.
Please look forward to Mario's adventure jumping into the world of motion pictures. Next, we'd like to show you this.
The Bayonetta 3? I think it's gotta be Bayonetta 3, right? No, it's Splatoon 3. Huh. They're actually putting Splatoon 3 again. Yeah, we knew Foreign Spike was in, but Frankie Kong we were not expecting. I didn't think we'd actually see Splatoon 3 here. Would it be funny if after all this, we only see the Bayonetta 3? Is that DJ Octavian? No, I don't know what this is. That's story mode, okay. A few more announcements. Can they really spend 7 minutes on Bayonetta 3? I don't think so. What the heck? Mammalians. Huh.
Hello, everyone. I'm a researcher from the Squid Research Lab. I've been meticulously
They're wasting a lot of time
studying
now.
the mysterious squids that can transform into humanoid form. What you just saw was the latest research footage from Splatoon 3. Allow me to share a bit of what we know so far. Splatoon 3 takes place in Splatsville,
I think actually in Bayonetta
city
3.
of chaos. Centered around Splatsville are the Splatlands, a place long inhabited by advanced sea creatures such as squids and octopuses.
Yeah, they're spending a lot of time on this, so that's how they're gonna do it. They're spending a lot of time on this, then
the city,
spend like 3 minutes in the final
distinctive
reveal.
culture. In the Splatlands, turf war appears to be a popular activity. Its basic rules are unchanged. 2 4-player teams compete against each other to ink the most area. However, the trend seems to have undergone a major shift, with the existence of new main and special weapons confirmed in the footage. In the latter portion of the footage, we were able to observe activities from Story Mode, the single-player campaign.
Return of the mammalians.
Meaning the reappearance of mammals appears to be the theme of story mode this time around. What could this possibly mean in a world where all mammals, except for 2 cats, have vanished? It appears that there's still a lot to uncover. But we'll continue with our research and keep you updated once more results become available.
Okay.
Please look forward to more.
There's 5 minutes left.
3.
I don't think they can spend 5 minutes on Bayonetta 3, but they could do it on Donkey Kong.
Updates to come.
We'll see.
See you next time.
So, what did you think? Splatoon 3, taking place in a new world, is scheduled to release in 2022. Please look forward to future updates. Okay, this is the last trailer we have to show you today.
Okay, so is it Bayonetta 3?
Take a look.
Are they actually going to Bayonetta 3? Or is it Kong 3? It could be either one of them. It's Bayonetta 3, okay. Is it? No, it's gotta be. There's nothing else it could be. It's 5 games. It's got. Riku? Shibuya. Yeah, it's her, isn't it? No, it's the... Seriously? No, which time? Okay. That was just a crack joke. Okay. What a fake out!
It seems I'm unfashionably late.
Oh. That was so dumb. Oh man. Oh, fans of Bayonetta 3 are finally get to see it in action now. Bayonetta 3, yeah. Release window. I guess it has to be 2022 because that was what the leak said. It was 2022. So I guess this was the final reveal then, huh? I didn't think they'd have the final reveal in that leak. '22, yeah, okay. Who the heck was that?
What you just saw was the latest trailer for Bayonetta 3. We announced this game in 2017, and we thank you for your patience. This game will launch next year.
Yep.
We hope you look forward to Bayonetta's new encounters. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
So the question is, are we going to see Donkey Kong at... Which... So are we going to see Donkey Kong at TGA, or... Yeah, it's hard to say, but they're adding freaking Cranky Kong. It basically means it's an origin story. That's the only explanation, that the Mario movie is an origin story, which is probably the best way to handle it, which is really cool. Okay, let's go ahead and stop this. Okay, so we got a brief glimpse at the Mario movie. It's the origin story, so it's gonna involve Donkey Kong. It's also got Cranky Kong, which if this Cranky Kong's there, that implies that they're actually sticking with the DKC lore canon, where Donkey Kong becomes Cranky Kong. So my guess is that it would be like Donkey Kong is DK Jr. Unless they're getting, another thing they could do is, instead of doing it that way, they could make it so that Donkey Kong is the original Donkey Kong, and Cranky Kong is just there as an extra. He's just kind of there in the background. But it seems like Donkey Kong is the main character here, though. Cranky Kong is an extra, but Donkey Kong is the main character in this movie. A lot of people did not like a lot of my friends did not really like the casting. I don't know how I feel about it myself, but it makes sense that you can't just have Charles Martinet voice everything, because that's not how it usually works. You have to have someone who's more used to voicing the way it wouldn't make much sense to have Charles Martinet voice everything in the whole entire movie from Mario and a lot of the other characters. So it makes sense you have to pick other characters, but it's hard to say if that's going to turn out well. I can't believe they're making Chris Pratt Mario, but at the same time, they had Ryan Reynolds voice the voice Detective Pikachu, and people actually didn't mind that movie all that much. So maybe it'll be okay. At least it's animated. It's not a live action movie, so at least it's an anime movie. The fact that it's an origin story is really neat. Because it's kind of tie Mario and Donkey Kong together again in a nice way, and that could tie into when Donkey Kong gets announced later on. Because we got the theme park coming next year. We've got probably another Donkey Kong game as well. So a lot of that could tie in. It could be what they use to help catch the movie. It's like a direct tie. It's be a lot of Donkey Kong and Mario themed stuff. So that could be what they're going with here. But yeah, DK. It's either gonna be at TGA or it's gonna be in. I heard some people think it might be until E3. I don't think it'd be until E3. I think it's too late. I think it'll be either TGA or in the March Direct. It could be TJ, but TJ could also be Breath of the Wild 2. They could drop Breath of the Wild 2 trailer there and have a title announced there. Okay, so Smash Fighter is going to be 2 weeks out. Yes, 2 weeks out. Okay, because the final Smash Fighter is 2 weeks out. The same week Metroid Dread releasing. I don't think it's being there to be kept at all though, because if they want to tie it in anything, they would have dropped it here. So here's the thing. My speculation for the Final Fighter still holds. If it be a standalone direct, it's not going to be that big of a deal to the general population, but it could be someone who's a fan favorite character that is mostly a fan favorite of the Smash community. So that could be where it works out. Either way, it doesn't change my speculation. In fact, it only reinforces the idea that it could be a first party, more low key character, which still ties back to my thought process being Isaac. So that's just what I'm thinking here. Of course, it could also be another one that could tie into is Waluigi or Dixie Kong. Any of these characters could work. In any case, yeah. So no new DK news yet. Hopefully, they get something at TJ. Maybe they can do a 40th anniversary celebration there. If not, then there's probably not much going on. They're not going to celebrate the anniversary next year with the movie. Well, okay. So that is it for this reaction. Yeah, it was a pretty good direct overall. At this point, there's no DK. Smash Reveal being separated out it's fine. I mean, it was one of the options. I thought they would have it at the start, but it was separated out. Okay, that's fine. Not a big deal. It's not going to be a huge reveal. But Sakurai can go in and talk about it. That'd be fine. It's a 40-minute presentation. I believe Violet was pretty close. I think Violet was like 35 minutes too. 35 to 40 minutes. So it's not like this fighter is any more special than any other fighter. So yeah, that is it for my direct reactions. Next time we'll be reacting to the Smash presentation. So I'll schedule that as well. But for now, there's Jamie